The Toronto Blue Jays are now on a 3-game winning streak. They've won 6 of their last 10, and this team in the last few days has completely turned things around and has actually put some hope into a lot of Blue Jays fans. That is great to see. But overall, I think, this team is still not perfect. Obviously, the offense still has not been great. I mean, take a look at things. We scored 3 runs yesterday. The day before that, 4, then 3, then 2. We're still not having that super firepower offense that we kind of probably thought we would have had by now, but I still think that it's nice that the pitching has gotten back really after that Texas series, especially in this Boston series, has really kind of shown up here and really kind of shown what they can do and show that they are a top tier pitching staff in the entire MLB, if not number one. Going into that Texas Rangers series, we did have the number one pitching staff ERA wise combined between the starters and the bullpen, so it is very good to see that this team is getting back to form, especially pitching-wise. The offense, like I said, yes, it hasn't really come to form like we would have expected at the start of the year, but it's still looking a lot better over the last couple days. And overall, the team's winning games, and that right now, that is literally all that matters with the Blue Jays, is the team wins games. I don't care if it's 1-0, 5-8, 7-2, 100-99, I don't care. As long as we're getting the win, that is really all that matters. And so far, right now, we're on a 3-game winning streak after sweeping the Boston Red Sox. Now, we do come up in a pretty tough part of the schedule here. We have a series against the Yankees, then the Rays, then the Yankees, and then the Rays again. So it's going to be a tough little, last 12 games here, but we definitely can get the job done. The Yankees have played a lot better as of late. They're in a 1-game losing streak, but they are 6-4 in the last 10 and are back above 500. So they're looking a little better than they have in the past. Over the past few weeks, they have been playing a bit better baseball. So they're not going to be a walk in the park. And I mean, let's be honest here, we definitely haven't been the best against, in-division rivals and stuff. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough series here for sure. But we definitely have a chance to get things done here. And hopefully we can. If we can get things done, then great. If not, that sucks. But playing the Rays, they're going to be a great team as well. 6 games against the Rays, 6 against the Yankees to finish things off here. It's going to be tough. It is going to be very, very tough, but still, I think we can get it done, and hopefully we can keep winning, because right now we are in the second wildcard spot, half a game up on Texas and a game and a half up on Seattle, who is just on the outside of things. So that's good to see. Obviously, Seattle is 3-7 in their last 10 on a 3-game losing streak. Texas is 6-4 in the last 10 and on a 3-game losing streak as well. So both those teams are on 3-game losing streaks, which is nice to see. Obviously, they kind of fallen off a bit as of late, but Texas does start a little series against Boston, who is obviously not a great team, but definitely not a completely terrible team. They are 2-8 in their last 10, though, on a 4-game losing streak. But that was a big part because of what we did there, sweeping them. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully Boston can at least take a couple games out of that series, or at least minimum of 1 would be kind of nice. And then Seattle begins a series against the Oakland Athletics for 3. And then after that, though, Texas and Seattle play each other. So no matter what, in that Texas versus Seattle series, they're going to beat up on each other no matter what, right? So that is kind of nice that there's guaranteed going to be some losses for one of those teams in that series, which is good to see, because no matter what, you can't tie a baseball game. So no matter what, they're going to be at least one of the teams are going to be dropping a couple, maybe all 3. We'll have to wait and see, but you never know. But it should be a good series to watch. I'll be probably watching that as well, if not on at the same time as the Jays game. And obviously, it should be fun to watch. I mean, 2 good teams, obviously, but as well, they're going to be beating up on each other. They're going to have to drop some games, so it should be good to see. And like I said, the Jays are currently in the second spot right now, which is obviously a good spot to be in. That we're not in the third spot, but the third spot is kind of nice because you will be playing the Minnesota Twins in the first round, so that is kind of a bonus. But we just want to make the playoffs. So we got to make the playoffs and see what happens after that. You never know. I mean, teams get hot, teams get cold. The playoffs can be crazy sometimes. Obviously, we saw Philly, who just kind of snuck in there last year. They went on a deep run of the World Series. And then obviously a couple years ago, we saw the Braves as kind of like the lowest seed possible. They went in and just crushed through things as well. So crazy things can happen in baseball, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But overall, the Jays are in a decent spot here. The offense is not perfect. We don't have the tiebreakers either, which is unfortunate against the Mariners or Texas, but we do have the tiebreaker against the Astros if the Texas Rangers can jump or Seattle even can jump Houston as well. I mean, there's still a bit of a dog race there between those teams for that AL West. The AL West is not locked up at all. I mean, right now you have Houston in first place, who's a game and a half up on Texas, and Seattle is 2.5 back of Houston for that top spot as well. So it's going to be a dogfight there for that AL West there. So there still could be some changing there where Texas or Seattle jump Houston, which would be nice to see, because if that happens, we do hold the tiebreaker over Houston, so that would allow us to, let's say we're tied for third place with Houston, we would have that tiebreaker over them, and that would put us into the playoffs over them, unlike being tied with Texas or Seattle. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But overall, this team is in a decent spot. Not a great spot, not a perfect spot, but we are safe for right now. We are in a wild card spot, which is definitely what you want to see. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please smash the like button, and definitely comment down below your guys' thoughts on the playoff race up to date. What are your guys' thoughts? The Jays are currently 1.5 games up on the fourth place team, was just looking in from the outside. Thanks for watching, and see ya.